Are you going crazy trying to get the pieces of an essay that you're working on to fit together? Don't worry, you're in the right place. Help is here. Welcome to Effective Essay Writing Part 5, a teacher helper video by me, Ashley Marshall. In this video, we're going to look at transitions, useful transitions that you should use, and topic sentences, how to put them together. Transition is a fancy word that means move, and we use that in essays to tell readers that you're moving from one section to another. In other words, to separate the main sections of an essay, you want to use a transition. It's kind of like a road sign that tells drivers where to go and how to get there. Transitions do the same thing. Specifically, you use transitions to separate the introduction from the body section, the body sections from each other, and the body sections from the conclusion. Useful transitions that you could use in body section number 1 are to begin and firstly, but you want to avoid using to start and first of all. They just don't sound right. In body section 2, feel free to use your choice of transitions like secondly, furthermore, and maybe even also, but don't use next, second of all, and to continue. In body section 3, a good choice of transitions are thirdly, lastly, and finally. But don't use my third point or third of all or in conclusion, because this isn't the conclusion. Oh, and a note about firstly, secondly, and thirdly. You want to avoid using the three of them together. That's kinda lame. For the conclusion section, use in conclusion, or in summary, or to conclude. But you want to avoid, obviously, to end off and to finish. Other useful transitions that you can use in other places in your writing are clearly, evidently, which means based on the evidence I provided, nevertheless, notwithstanding, undoubtedly, apparently, ostensibly, and obviously. But use obviously carefully because sometimes it can come across as condescending and insulting to your audience. Topic sentences begin the sections of your essay that have transitions, specifically the 3 body sections and the conclusion. Topic sentences must contain 3 things. I repeat, must contain these 3 things. One of those transition words that we just talked about, a restatement of your thesis, and a restatement of the argument that corresponds with the section that you're in. Let's take, for example, a hypothetical essay about why soccer is the best sport in the world. A good topic sentence might be, finally, football is the best sport in the world because anyone, rich or poor, can play. Let's look at that closely. We have our transition, finally. We have our thesis, football is the best sport in the world. It's a restatement of the thesis, not an exact repetition. Of course, I've used the word football here as a synonym for soccer. And we have a restatement of the third argument. Anyone rich or poor can play. How do I know it's the third argument? Because the transition that I use says, finally. That tells us it's the last of the arguments that we've rolled out in our essay. We can also flip part of this topic sentence, and it sounds like this. Finally, which is our transition, because anyone rich or poor can play, football is the best sport in the world. You can see here, anyone rich or poor is our argument 3, and football is the best sport in the world is the restatement of the thesis. All the pieces are there, we've just changed the order of it a little bit, but it's still a great topic sentence. In this video, we've looked at what transitions are, we've looked at useful transitions that you should adopt in your writing, and we've looked at how to put together a great topic sentence. If you're interested in knowing how to compose the actual essay, how to finish the body section, and which order to write the different parts of your essay, you should check out Effective Essay Writing Part 6, another teacher helper video by Ashley Marshall. Hey, subscribe to us on YouTube and join the conversation on Facebook.